Hey guys, how are you? It's Anpu, back with another video. It's quite an embarrassing video because I'm going to be admitting some mistakes that I've made in the past, but I thought it'd be a beneficial video for you guys to see. You know, I do teach British English on my channel. Even though I do teach, I do make mistakes, and I kind of wanted to kind of shine light on that. That not everyone's perfect, and not everyone's communication skills are perfect, not everyone's written skills are perfect, not everyone's reading skills are perfect, not everyone's handwriting is perfect, right? Everyone has their flaws. And I wanted to identify 6 mistakes that I make as a British English speaker. So without further ado, before we get into this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I upload 4 times a week. And yeah, if you want to improve your English, then go ahead and subscribe. The first mistake that I make, it just comes naturally, and I have to like hold myself back and correct it, is I say when me and my friends went to the shop, or when me and my mum went to the supermarket, it shouldn't be me and my mum, it should be my mum and I. My mum and I would like to invite you to a dinner party. It should be my friends and I, or Matthew and I, right? It shouldn't be me and Matthew went to the supermarket. So it's a mistake that I make all the time, and I have to like stop myself, and I have to, I do pause and I have to be like, so my, Matthew and I went to, and it's kind of like I have to like stop myself and correct it. And it's also kind of like a written mistake that I make on text as well. I often kind of text people that. But I'm sure a lot of people do also make this mistake. But it's a mistake that I make on a regular basis, which I need to fix. Oh my god, number 2 is so embarrassing. So I was at the gym, and oh my god. So I was at the gym with my friends, and I asked one of my friends if he could squat me. Squat me. And then they all started cracking up, and I was like, what? Like, I just want some help. Can you squat me? And they were like, it's not a squat, it's spot. Can you spot me? So basically, spotting in weight or resistance training is when you provide support for another person during a particular exercise. Because like when you stand over them and you kind of like help them with the bar, when it's too heavy for you to, or just in case you might drop it, a person spots you. And I thought it was squat, as in the exercise squatting. Yeah, it's just, I think I'd been using squat for like 10 years of my life. And it kind of sounds like spot, so no one really kind of spotted it. No pun intended. But yeah, it's only when I said, can you squat me? Like, and I really pronounced the squat. And yeah, everyone just started cracking up. So that was embarrassing. The next mistake I make all the time is when friends ask me for a particular vegetable. So when my friends come round for dinner and we've cooked like a Tamil dinner, and they might ask me, oh, what's this vegetable? A lot of vegetables I don't know the English word for. For ages I didn't know what the English word for rendika was, or I didn't even know what the... So like murungaka, in Tamil we have a vegetable called murungaka. To this day, I don't know what the English word for it is. And I find myself constantly not knowing the names for certain foods in English, or certain vegetables and fruits in English. Because in the household, we speak in Tamil. So I speak to my parents in Tamil. At home, we only say certain things in Tamil. So I've never really had the need to say certain words in English. That's where being bilingual means, yeah, you're able to speak 2 languages, but then you might have some kind of missing vocab. And that's kind of like a little thing that I need to work on, is I need to kind of fill in those gaps of knowledge. And vegetables is just like, it's this thing that I really struggle on. Obviously, most vegetables I know the English words for, like spinach, etc. But it's kind of like those niche ones that is used in Indian cooking. I don't know what the English word for it is. This is another mistake that I make. I always spell this one wrong. I spell epitome as E-P-I-T-O-M-Y, and it should just end in an E, not a Y. It's the epitome of, yeah, so I love that. I love using that word, but I always spell it wrong, and then I always end up embarrassing myself. This is a mistake that I made when I was younger all the time, but I thought I'd bring it up because It's a very important one. I see adults making this mistake all the time. It's not should of, it's I should have done that. I should have done that. Basically, when British people pronounce it quickly, they say, I should have done that. I should have done that. And why it sounds like should have done that is because there's an apostrophe VE, should have, not should of. Oh, I should have done that. It's should have done that. And so when you write it in a letter, should have, so when you write it down, it's should have. I should have done that, not I should have done that. Oh, I should have gone to the park. I should have caught the train in time. Right? So watch out for that if you make that mistake. And finally, it's a mistake that occurs from time to time is sometimes I kind of use fewer and less incorrectly. So sometimes I say there's less people at the train station. It's not less people, it's fewer people. Oh yeah, there's less trains running today. There's less trains running today. It's not less trains, there are fewer trains running today. And I kind of, sometimes I have slip up and then I use the wrong word in the wrong situation. That's it for today's video. So if you were wondering why less was wrong, but I should have used fewer, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope it kind of gave you an insight into kind of the mistakes that I make, and yeah, like I'm happy to admit it, you know. I kind of want to help you guys. I want to help motivate you guys, being like, the mistakes that you're making, you can improve on your mistakes, right? You have to learn from your mistakes. Yes, sometimes we do slip up in day-to-day language. That's fine. Don't beat yourself up about it. You guys are doing great. Yeah, so that's the message that I wanted to leave you with, that you guys are doing great. Constantly practice and you will reach your goal. And yeah, I wanted to leave you with one last message, and that's to love your identity. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.